Well, I'd have to say this video number 2. I'd have to say we're getting somewhere. I kind of got a door framed out. There's not much room inside, but all you do in camping is you sleep. Maybe you sit in there if it's raining. But it's 96 inches wide once I get the plywood on it. And the back 4 feet is going to be bunk. We talked about that. And I'm getting ready to plywood the wings. Get the underside. I put some supports and stuff in there, and I'm going to do it up here. I'm actually going to come up inside the 2x4s a little bit, and then I'll put the other piece on the bottom of the wings. Let's have a look from upstairs. In the back here, going to be a 4-foot wide bunk. I'm going to come right straight up off the back wall and put another bunk about, I don't know, 2.5, 3 feet above it. Over here, this is my walkway. I'm going to put bins along this side, bins along this side. My door is framed out, kind of. I still got a little more work yet, but it's pretty close. I got some pretty good support on the wings. Like the, wait a minute, for the wings, I've got 3 2x4s that run crosswise for the bunk, for the lower bunk. That's massive support for the wings. And then I've got some 45s up here for the door, and the door frame itself is also support for the wings. And I got double studs holding these 2 in the front. These are the only 2 that they're stabilized, but they're not as beefy as everything else. And you can see my patio out there. So I'm getting ready to start cutting plywood. I want to do in the bottom of the wings, and then I'm going to do the underside of the wings. I'll get that. Once I get to that point, I'm thinking I can put it up on the truck. I can do everything else from a ladder. That way I won't have to wrestle with getting it up and down. I mean, it's going to be a bitch getting it up there in the first place. But, yeah, it is what it is. We back up a little more so you can get a better view. This is, yeah, this is the camper. Gonna be the camper. Basically, not so much of a camper. It's going to be more of a hard-walled tent that I don't have to fold up every time I got to go get gas. I want to go buy diesel, or I want to get something to eat. I just get in the truck and drive away. So right now it's sitting on some sawhorses that I bought from, I think it was Home Depot. These are like 2,100 pounds a piece, these sawhorses. Pretty beefy sawhorses. And yeah, we're making some progress. It's the first day I've had to work on it since my last video. So these extensions up here, I'm not exactly sure. I may extend out my patio, both sides, and come up to here and use this for additional support. I don't know, we'll see. But it's there. Worst case is I'll cut it off even with the door, flush with the door. We'll see what happens. So that's where we stand for now. Once I get the plywood on both sides, down here and up here, then I'm going to start building sidewalls, start framing in some sidewalls. And I don't know. The only problem is it's been raining so much lately, and my tarp didn't do a real good job. So I got a little delamination here of my plywood. I mean, it's only a little bit in the corner, but it still sucks. That'll be inside the wall. But it's a bummer. So I gotta tarp the crap out of this thing from now on. Make sure it stays dry. That polyurethane doesn't seem to do the trick as well as I thought it would. I mean, it works over here on 2x4s, but plywood does not like to get wet. I'm thinking about extending this guy out and then coming up to here for added support for a wider patio. I don't know, we'll see. I'm also gonna, from the roof, I'm gonna drop one down to the patio on each side to help support the patio. So I don't have to worry about it flexing or any of that crap or busting. Anyway, how's that for a door? It's pretty cool, huh? The door took me, I thought that was gonna be a bitch. It took me about 10 minutes to do a door. To do the frame. And once I do the door, it's gonna be quite a bit more labor intensive, but anyway, that's where we are.